In this video, we will learn about simple linear regression with R program implementation. So, I will give you a data set. You are a social researcher interested in relationship between income and happiness. You survey 500 people whose incomes range from $15K to $75K and ask them to rank their happiness on a scale from 1 to 10. Now, your independent variable that will be income and the dependent variable that will be happiness are both quantitative. So you can do a regression analysis to see if there's a linear relationship between them. Now, what contents you will see in this video? First, the basics of R, then how to load data into R. Then we will make sure that your data meets the assumptions. Then we will perform the linear regression analysis. Then we will check for homoscedasticity. Then we will visualize the results with a graph. And lastly, we will report our results. Now, getting started with R. Now, start by downloading R and RStudio. We can open new script file by choosing the option file, then new file, then R script. Now, before any programming, you have to before any getting into dataset and model, we need to install some packages in R. Now the packages we need to install for this dataset are ggplot2, dplyr, Broom, and ggpubr. Now let's see what these packages are. So ggplot2 is basically a data visualization package for the R language, and dplyr is a grammar of data manipulation, providing a consistent set of verbs that will help you to solve the most common manipulation challenges. Now this Broom package takes the messy output of built-in function in R such as lm, nls or t-test and turns them into tidy tables. Furthermore, to customize a ggplot, the syntax is opaque and this raises the level of difficulty for researchers with no advanced R programming skills. ggpubr provides some easy to use functions for creating and customizing ggplot2 based on publication ready plots. Now, we need to load these packages into our environment. So we will use this library function as given below. Now this is data set we will be using for this programming. Now there are three attributes. X is for the index column, income and happiness. Here I have only shown 20 entries, but in actual there are 500 entries. Now let's see how to load data into R. So here are the 4 steps. You can even write functions to load the data into R. Like, for example, for CSV file, you can use read.csv function. Now after loading data, we have to check that if our data is read correctly. So for that, we can use summary function. So after using summary function, this will be output in the console tab. You can see here there are for each attribute there will be a minimum value, first quartile value, median value, mean value, third quartile value and maximum value. So now let's make sure that our data meets our assumption. So there are 4 types, 4 assumptions. First is independence of observations. Now Now, because we have only one independent and one dependent variable, we don't need to test for any hidden relationship among variables. Now, the second is normality. To check whether dependent variable follows a normal distribution, we have to use the hist function as seen here. We have used hist function and we have got this histogram. Here, the observations are roughly bell-shaped. So we can proceed with linear regression. Now the third is linearity. The relationship between independent and dependent variable must be linear. So we can test this visually with the scatter plot to see if the distribution of data points could be described with a straight line. So we will use the plot function as given here. With the help of plot function, this is scatter plot it has formed. Now the fourth is the homoscedasticity, that is homogeneity of variance. So This means that the prediction error doesn't change significantly over the range of prediction of model, and we can test this assumption later after fitting the linear model. Now, performing the linear regression analysis. Now, let's see if there's a linear relationship between income and happiness in our survey. Two-line code. The first line of the code makes linear model, and the second line prints out the summary model. Now, the output will look like this. So here, the first represents the model equation and summarizes the model residuals. The coefficient section shows that the estimates for the model parameters, the value of the y-intercept, and the estimated effect of the income on happiness. There's even the standard error, t-value, and the p-value. Now the final three lines are the model diagnostics. The most important thing is to know the p-value, which will indicate whether the model fit the data or not. Now from these results we can say that there is a significant positive relationship between income and happiness, that is p-value is less than 0.001 with a 0.713 unit increase in happiness for every unit increase in income. Now we will check. Now we will check for homozydicity. Before proceeding with data visualization, we should make sure that our model fits the homozydicity assumption of the linear model. So we can run the plot function to check whether the observed data meets our model assumption. So here, as we can see, the par function with mf row. This divides a plot row in number of rows and columns in the specified brackets. So that divides into two rows and two columns. Now to go back to the plotting one graph to the entire video, set the parameters again. Now these are the residual plots produced by the code. So residuals are unexplained variance. They are not exactly the same as model error, but they are calculated from it. So seeing a bias in the residuals would indicate a bias in error. Now most important thing to look for is the red line representing the residuals. So if the residuals are basically horizontal and centered around 0, this means there are no outliers or biases in data that would make the linear regression invalid. In the normal QQ plot that I have highlighted in the top right, as we can see that real residuals from our model form almost perfectly one-to-one with theoretical residuals from perfect model. Now based on these residuals, we can say that our model meets the assumption of homozydicity. Next is to visualize the results with the graph. So there are 4 steps to visualize. The first step is to plot the data points on graph, and with the code given below, we will get this scatter plot as a result. Now we have plotted the data into graph. Now the second step is to add the regression line to the plotted data. Now here the geom underscore smooth and typing lm as your method for creating the line. This will add the line of regression as well as the standard error of the estimate as the dark black line as shown in this figure. Now the third step is to add the equation for the regression line. As we have added the regression line, we need the equation for that. So after stating this code, we will get the regression line equation as y is equal to 0.2 plus 0.71x. As we know, the equation of the line is y is equal to c plus mx. So this is the equation of regression. Now the fourth step is to make the graph ready for publication. That means to give the labels, to exact labels to the graph. By running this code below, we will get labeled data plot. Now the next is to report our results. So reporting the results, this is the results. Now here we come to conclusion. Thank you.